Now then, heart, hope you are well. So, just so you know, all of this past weekend was down to the fact that you said that you hope I get in the top 7, and that lit a fire up my ass that I had to prove everybody wrong. If people thought I was only worthy of getting into the top 7, I had a point to prove.
Welcome back to the channel. Sadly, this is going to be my very last video that I ever post on my YouTube channel. Hart McGrath has been demonetized by YouTube, meaning I will make zero money from any of these videos. I no longer get paid from all the work I do on YouTube. So I quit. I'm done with YouTube. That's what the old me would have said, man. That's what the old Hart would have said. I'm going to keep pushing, guys. I don't care if I make zero money from this. I have all of you guys tuning into these videos every single week, and I'm truly passionate about men's physique. I always used to joke about how I do this shit for free. Well, technically, as I speak, all of this is unpaid work, but I'm happy to be here. I will put a Patreon link down in the description. If you guys do want to sign up for my Patreon, I'll be sure to display your name in my video in support of my channel. I appreciate you guys, but enough complaining. I don't care if I'm demonetized. I don't care if the channel's all fucked up. I'm going to continue covering men's physique because I love this stuff. Now let's get into the 2023 Men's Physique Mr. Olympia recap. Let's talk about your top 10. I love you guys. Let's go. Jeremy Potvin is coming back to the Olympia. We haven't seen Jeremy since 2020, and 10th place at this year's Mr. Olympia is JP Potvin. And Jeremy Potvin has been competing at the Mr. Olympia for a very long time. He's been competing in the men's physique division for a long time, so it's really nice to see him place very well at this year's Mr. Olympia. Jeremy brings a very dense, thick physique. Jeremy is Filipino. He's one of the only Filipino Olympians on that stage, and I thought he brought a very nice package. Jeremy is no longer carries a physique that belongs in the top 5, so I'm glad the judges got this right, but top 10 for Jeremy Potvin, that sounds about right. 9th place in a much improved Olympia ranking, Olympia performance is Vitor Chavez out of Brazil. I've been covering Vitor for the past few years, and this guy, again, another super muscular physique from head to toe. Look at the calves, look at the quads, look at the legs, the chest, even the abs are large. I mean, this is a big individual, a short individual, but a heavy, thick, dense individual. I think last year at the Mr. Olympia, Vitor Chavez's Olympia debut, he got like a 13th place finish. So this year in 2023, getting 9th place for Vitor is huge. Vitor displays an insane, thick, wide back. Vitor doesn't have the smallest waist. He isn't the most aesthetic guy, but he makes up for it with his muscle, man. So much muscle, awesome conditioning. Vitor Chavez, 9th place at this year's Mr. Olympia. 8th place, Jeremy Buendia. Is it a shocker for anyone? I think, we had about 150,000 people on the live stream just showing my face, and we were talking about Jeremy. And I think we overhyped Jeremy a little bit. I think we all thought we were going to see Jeremy come into this Mr. Olympia and blow everyone away with some spectacular package. But we need to remember, this is the very first time him and his coach, Waddy Watt, ever prepped together for a show. And rarely do you ever nail it your very first time working together as a coach and client. So the package that Jeremy brought, it wasn't Jeremy's best package. Jeremy can show up a lot better than this, but they still gave him 8th in the world. If you guys are new to men's physique, Jeremy's won 4 men's physique Mr. Olympia titles in the past. He's been taking 5 years off of the division, and he's coming back. The best part about Jeremy coming back to this year's Mr. Olympia is after he digested everything, he felt everything, he talked about it, I saw that Jeremy Buendia plans to come back next year to continue to try and fight for 5. That's the best news I've ever heard. Jeremy Buendia is actually coming back. He's not quitting. So I would love to see Jeremy maybe do the Arnold Classic, maybe do another pro show where he does really well, brings that momentum into the next year's Mr. Olympia. But Jeremy Buendia, 8th place at the 2023 Men's Physique Mr. Olympia. Nice job, bro. 7th place, and this one hurt, dude. Kyron Holden, how you gonna beat the Mr. Olympia a month before the Mr. Olympia, and then the judges reward you with the 7th place finish at the Mr. Olympia? Now, I don't know about Kyron's conditioning and how he actually looked in person. I mean, these are beautiful 4K photos. Did he look a little better at Legion, a little bit tighter? Maybe. But this is what I've been telling you guys. I don't trust Kyron Holden and the judge's opinion of him at the Mr. Olympia. Kyron can smoke the Mr. Olympia literally in a pro show, a regular pro show, win multiple pro shows a year, comes to the Mr. Olympia, and this is the worst placing for Kyron Holden over the last 3-4 years. He was 3rd place twice. He got 4th place. Last year, we saw Kyron get 6th place, and now he falls even further to 7th in the world. I mean, 7th in the world is not a bad title, but I wonder what the plans are going to be for Kyron. Is he truly under that men's physique weight cap, or will he have to go to classic physique? Regardless, I like who Kyron is as a person. I think his physique is phenomenal. Congratulations to Kyron. 6th place at this year's Mr. Olympia, and I'm smiling when I say it because Corey felt good about this one. He didn't win the Mr. Olympia, which he probably wanted to do, which a lot of you guys thought he could probably do, but Corey Morris, guys, went from 8th last year in 2022 to 6th place this year in 2023, and Corey looked so much better. A very well-deserved placing for Corey Morris, the Delt King. I mean, look at this guy's physique. One of the craziest genetic freaks I have ever seen. I tell you guys all the time, I've met Corey in person multiple times, and his physique is freaky. It's so nice to see an improved package this year by Corey Morris. 6th place at this year's Men's Physique Mr. Olympia. 5th place, Diogo Montenegro out of Brazil. So out of the top 15 guys that placed at the Mr. Olympia, so far we have 2 Brazilians. The other Brazilian is Diogo. 3rd place in 2022, 3rd place in 2021, and here we're looking at Diogo, 5th place at this year's Mr. Olympia. Diogo, obviously, when you first look at Diogo, my first thoughts are, this guy isn't very big. This guy looks like he's about 150, 160 pounds, 170 pounds on stage, and he is. This is probably, other than maybe Jeremy Potvin, I don't know who's smaller, but Diogo Montenegro is probably one of the smallest guys up there competing, and I respect it because his aesthetics hold strong. Have the abs improved from last year? Maybe a little bit, maybe just a touch, but everything else is there from Diogo. The proportions, the symmetry, the posing, the stage presence. He's a vet, and Diogo just got 5th place at the 2023 Mr. Olympia. Congrats, bro. 4th place, and this is huge. I mean, this is one of the biggest stories of the year, and you guys got to understand this. Emmanuel Hunter beat Corey Morris this year at a regular season show, and he beat Corey Morris this year at the Mr. Olympia. Last year, Emmanuel was unable to do that, and he gets a 4th place finish, beating Jeremy Buendia, beating Diogo Montenegro, beating Ed Von Palmera, beating Kaiki Pro. Emmanuel Hunter is very underrated. You guys got to pay attention to Emmanuel Hunter. Look at this back. Probably one of my favorite backs on that men's physique stage. He has a tight waist, a bubbly chest. I mean, I don't know what else you want from Emmanuel Hunter. The good news is this is only his 2nd Mr. Olympia. You guys could be potentially looking at a future men's physique Mr. Olympia. Emmanuel does have everything you need to become that. Again, from what, 12th place last year, Emmanuel, to 4th place this year? Bro, congratulations. Aaron Banks, 3rd place. Aaron Banks didn't win the Mr. Olympia. The guy talked shit all year long, talking how he was going to smoke everyone at the Olympia, and I'm telling you, Legions definitely threw Aaron Banks off. Legions definitely got in Aaron Banks' head. There's no way it didn't. Even if he told me it didn't, I wouldn't believe him, man. 3rd place for Aaron Banks. He was your 2022 Mr. Olympia champ. A little history on Aaron, his very first year competing in the league. He goes to the Mr. Olympia and gets second place in 2021. He returns in 2022, defeats Brandon Hendrickson, and becomes the Mr. Olympia. And in 2023, I mean, you guys know what went down. Y'all know what happened. As far as Aaron Banks and the package he brought, I thought it was okay. I thought it was solid. I didn't see crazy improvements like my guy Ryan Terry, but we'll get into that in a second. But I thought it was a solid package. I mean, you got to think, Aaron Banks' placings at the Mr. Olympia are probably some of the best placings ever. He's competed 3 times and he's been second, first, and third. This year, he was third. Aaron Banks, congrats, bro. Second place, and this one kind of hurt. This one kind of hurt for sure, man. Brandon Hendrickson. How many Olympias has Brandon won? He's won 3. He was trying to win 4 and tied Jeremy Buendia. How many times has he been to the Mr. Olympia? I don't know, 8, 9, 10 times. This guy is a legend. Brandon Hendrickson, let's take a second and look at this Henny squeeze. I saw more fibers, I saw more striations, I saw more cuts. The Hendrickson squeeze, Brandon, my dog, I hope you see this, bro, is getting even better. I think Brandon's front is a little bit more dominant from the back, but if he can improve the back and have it match that front, match those abs, which are probably some of them. Brandon has the best abs in the men's physique division. I love Brandon's abs. There's no one who has the symmetry, the fullness, the cuts, the six-pack, the obliques, everything, even a better midsection than Ryan Terry. I'm going to say it. Brandon Hendrickson, second place at the Mr. Olympia. The guy is a legend whether he wins or loses. Congrats, Brandon.
Now then, Hart, hope you are well. So, just so you know, all of this past weekend was down to the fact that you said that you hope I get in the top 7, and that lit a fire up my ass that I had to prove everybody wrong. If people thought I was only worthy of getting into the top 7, I had a point to prove. So yeah, I wanted to message you to thank you for that, because you gave me some serious motivation, and that's what I was doing in the background, not publicising what I was working on, but I wanted to prove a point and get up there and show this old boy still got some fight in him. But I do think we should jump on a live.
Ryan Terry, point proven. Point proven. He said he wanted to prove a point because I called him out. I said he's only going to get top 7. Ryan Terry, that little fire under the Mr. Olympia champ's ass, and he worked his off, and now he's the Mr. Olympia. Shout out to Diego Garcia Visuals for getting this footage for me. You guys are watching 4K, beautiful footage of the Mr. Olympia. Emmanuel Hunter switching with Brandon. Emmanuel knows his place right now. Ryan Terry and Brandon, those guys have been on that stage for what, 9-10 years. Aaron Banks on the left, and from the front, Brandon and Terry, it's pretty close to me. It's pretty close. I don't think Aaron and Emmanuel can battle with Brandon and Terry from the front at this year's Mr. Olympia, but when we turn from the back, it's a little bit different story. If I'm ranking these backs, Ryan Terry's back is number 1. Second, I'm going to give it to Emmanuel Hunter. Third, I'm going to give it to Aaron Banks. And fourth, interesting enough, I'm going to give it to Brandon Hendrickson. Terry brought everything. Terry brought everything, front to back, head to toe, conditioning, stage presence, posing. The fullness was there from Ryan Terry. You know, imagine how great it felt to hear the judges say, Ryan Terry, switch with Aaron Banks, and Ryan Terry moves closer to the center stage, meaning he beat Aaron Banks. I remember watching this with hundreds of thousands of you guys on the live stream last Saturday, and this was insane. I'm really happy to see Ryan Terry win this thing, man. And I'm happy they gave it to him, because if anyone deserves to win, if you're looking at all these physiques, I think this was judged correctly. Last year in 2022, I thought it was a complete robbery between Brandon and Aaron Banks, but this year, Ryan Terry did it. Ryan Terry brought something so special, and a lot of people don't realize, and I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. I'll talk to Terry. I'll hop on a video with Terry here in the next few days, and I'll post it on the channel, and we'll talk about stuff, but I'm pretty sure Ryan Terry does not have a coach and preps himself for the Mr. Olympia for all of his shows. Now, I've never heard of that. Emmanuel, Brandon, obviously Aaron Banks with cuts, all these guys have coaches that look at their bodies in great detail for weeks, for months, to help them with nutrition, supplementation, protocol, posing, everything. Ryan Terry does that himself. So I commend Ryan Terry for prepping himself. Has there ever been a Mr. Olympia that preps himself in the men's physique division that wins? That's Ryan Terry. And I'm so glad I got under his skin a little bit, that fired him up, that Ryan Terry's able to take this constructive criticism and use it for fuel instead of blocking me and causing all this drama and shit. Ryan Terry used it for fuel. You guys just heard that voice memo. This is who I want as our men's physique ambassador. Brandon would have been great. Emmanuel would have been great, but I don't agree with how Aaron Banks has acted. And I don't know if there's been some officials in Olympia, the judges have been paying attention to Instagram, but Aaron should not be our Mr. Olympia. Ryan Terry should. I'm so happy for Terry. Ryan Terry becomes the third greatest of all time in the men's physique division, meaning first, obviously, is Jeremy Buendia because he's won 4 Mr. Olympia titles. Second ever greatest in the men's physique division is Brandon because he's won 3. He's won multiple Arnold Classic titles, or at least 1. And then Ryan Terry is now considered the third greatest of all time. Before that was up for discussion because we had Lucky Libra, we had Raymond Edmonds who had a Mr. Olympia title, but Terry has multiple Arnold Classic titles. I'm sure he has 10 plus pro wins in the men's physique division. And now, after 10 years of competing, 9 Olympias, guys, Ryan Terry has officially solidified himself as the third greatest of all time. And like I said in the Instagram post I posted this morning, I haven't seen one negative comment about Ryan Terry. Ryan Terry, I am so proud of you. It is so well deserved. The only bad thing is that the Mr. Olympia trophy is in the United Kingdom now. It's in Europe. It's gonna be on us American guys, to bring that bad boy back. I mean, this is a chance for any country to take it now. It's out of the Americans' hands. It went from Brandon to Banks to Terry. What the hell is going on in the men's physique division? If you guys do want to sign up for my Patreon, I'll have a link down below. And if you do sign up, I'll make sure to show your name in the credits of these videos. I appreciate you, since obviously I'm making zero money from these videos and it was my main source of income, so it's tough. But I know I'm going to come back even better from this. If you guys are interested in coaching, I would love to be your coach and hold you accountable. And let's smash some goals, man. If you're just drifting through life, you don't have any goals, shame on you, bro. Let's get some physique goals out there, whether you want to just become a healthier person and lose weight and see a six-pack, or you want to step on stage one day, or you want to be an Olympian one day. Let me help you do that. If you guys are interested in Huge, I'm so grateful to still have Huge as a part of this channel. I have some amazing flavored creatine that I put in my whey protein every single day. Huge believer in creatine monohydrate. Pick it up from Huge. Tastes amazing, guys. And then I have some wonderful pre-workout. This is what is this one, boo? This is the Blue Raz, one of my favorite flavors from Huge. Creatine, pre-workout. You guys know I love the whey from Huge. Go check them out. You can use my code HART and save a little bit of money. But I appreciate you guys. I wish I could make this video an hour long, but again, I'm not getting paid for any of this anymore, so things are a little bit different. I'm going to continue uploading Monday through Thursday. I'll set up a Patreon. Any support, whether you guys buy supplements or sign up for my Patreon, is greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. I love you guys, and congrats to Ryan Terry. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on Monday.